Okay, so we witnessed a beautiful game of football. A Champions League tie between two European giants worthy of a semi-final. And yes, I'll talk about the match, but that's the problem. People don't want to discuss the beauty of this game, the quality shown by the players on the pitch, the tactics used by the managers. Rather, they want the narrative to be around how Bayern was robbed. And Real Madrid qualifying for the finals is all because of the referees and not because of the efforts put in by the players and manager. So here's my take on the whole drama. So this happened in the 13th minute of the injury time. Real Madrid were leading the game. The ball was lofted towards the Real Madrid box, and the players in question was Rodrigo, De Ligt and Mazraoui. And as you can see in the image, this is where all the controversy happened. Now after this, ball went to Mendy, who headed the ball. Then Nacho and Muller came in to fight for the ball, and right at that point, referee blew the whistle. And Nacho, who was looking like he was going to jump for the ball, he stopped. Then Thomas Muller passed it to De Ligt, who without any resistance from Real Madrid's defense, put the ball inside the net. The goalkeeper didn't move. The defenders, including Eder Militao, who was coming to take the ball, didn't even try to stop De Ligt, because the whistle was already blown. Now there is no doubt that the referee should have allowed the play to continue, as it was an attacking opportunity for Bayern, and unless the move ends, the linesman should not have raised the flag, and even if he did that, the referee could have allowed the play to continue. Because if that happened, any offside error could have been rectified by the video assistant referee. But because the whistle was blown, everything that happened after that would not count. And a mistake like this should not have happened, especially at this level, in a match of such magnitude, and by the referees of such high standards. Yes, these are some experienced referees who have officiated some high-level games like Champions League finals and the World Cup final, and there was no way to rectify that mistake like VAR or anything else. Now, is it fair to Bayern Munich? No, it's not. But does that mean that the match was rigged or Bayern were favourites to win the match if the referee didn't make that call? No. The bottom line is, Real Madrid played a great game of football. They attacked, they were playing on the front foot, created some great opportunities, they were held back by Neuer, and I cannot appreciate him enough for his saves, but Real players were knocking the door. Their XG was around 2.9, where Bayern's was less than 0.4. And that does not mean that Bayern were bad or they deserve to lose. I'm not saying that. In fact, I think that Tuchel did very well when you take into account the kind of season that Bayern have had till now, and when you compare that with how good Real Madrid have been. And that's my point. You cannot write off everything that happened because of the mistake made by the referee. Both the managers had different game plans, which their players followed and gave us a great game. And if Bayern were able to stop Real Madrid after that incredible goal by Alphonso Davies, I would have accepted that. I would have said Bayern did to Real Madrid what Real Madrid do to other teams. But Bayern could not do that. Even after putting all the defenders on the field, they could not stop Joselu from scoring those two goals. And that was that. And now for the people who think that Real Madrid won only because of the referees, I want you guys to think about these points. First of all, it's still not clear that the players were onside. We don't really have a clear footage proving that the players were onside or offside. Now you can find a number of videos in the internet where people can prove both sides of the argument, but there's nothing conclusive enough. Now people trying to prove their point say that Mazraoui was in an onside position, or Bayern players didn't touch the ball before Muller had it. But you see this image? Now I'm no expert, but it looks like his knee is on an offside position and he was trying to interfere the play. Now I'm not even trying to prove that it was onside, but all I'm saying that even if the play continued and it went to VAR, there are chances that the goal would not have stood. That's point number one. Second point, if everything was fair and referee didn't make that mistake, the play would have continued, and Real Madrid players who stopped playing after that whistle would still be defending, and Nacho would have cleared the ball here, or Militao could have put his leg in front of De Ligt, or Lunin could have jumped to make the save. So Real players still had chances to clear the ball. So people who are thinking that if the play continued, the match would have gone to extra time, all I'm saying is, we would never know if they could have actually scored that goal. Now thirdly, I'm not defending what happened. I've said that referee made a mistake. But let's just take into account the situation. It was a Champions League semi-final, a high-octane match where the home team had just scored the winner. The crowd was as loud as it can be, and the referee gives 9 minutes of injury time. And after those 9 minutes, he signaled for 2 more minutes. And then he extends it again. Bayern had all their attackers on the bench. They were not looking like they're gonna score. The crowd was behind the home team, and then this happens. Now I get that you're a professional referee with all the qualifications, with the best amount of experience, but in the end he is a human who is in a situation where there's a lot of pressure, and as a fellow human being, I know that humans can make mistakes. Of course it hurts a lot when you're at the receiving end, but things like these can happen. He raised the flag in the heat of the moment. Everyone knows that he should not have done that. He himself knows that he made a mistake. But mistakes happen. These guys, I believe, they refereed the match well. And before this point, there was not a single moment in the match which made me feel that they favored Real Madrid. And now people saying that these referees were on Real Madrid's payroll, that's not fair. And I wish that people were a little more forgiving. And I understand that it's hurtful for Bayern fans, but no one can change what happened. Now, where Bayern robbed, is there an agenda favoring Real Madrid? Listen, there have been many mistakes throughout many years of football. Many clubs have been on the positive end and many on the negative. And Real Madrid being a club that has won everything that it has, accusations are bound to come in their way. And not just Real Madrid, any team that has been performing at a high level, people will always try to find a reason to put them down. Like they were lucky against City, Leipzig could have scored against them, and now the referees. Listen to this.
Incredible. They are the greatest I've ever seen at being able to rescue games that just seem to have gone. And you think, right, they can't do it again. It can't be any coincidence that they keep doing this. Just incredible.
What is it? Is it just like a mentality thing, a belief, self-confidence?
Well, the more you do it, the more times you do it, the more you expect it. And so you never give in.
And I agree with him 100%. This game, Real played like they wanted to play. People should be talking about how good Vinicius was, the tactical approach that Ancelotti took, the saves that Manuel Nuer was making, and the mistake he made to give that goal away, and how Joselu took his chances. But now people are only talking about the mistake made by the referee, like he denied a clear penalty for Bayern. In fact, the referee took some good decisions in this match, like when he checked the VAR to deny that goal when Nacho made the foul on Kimmich. Or he could have stopped the game at the 9th minute of the injury time and no one would have complained, but he didn't, and for me he had a decent game. Bar that one mistake that he made in the 113th minute of the game. And for me, the narrative of the game should not be around the referees, rather it should be around the game, which indeed was a great game of Champions League football. And those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I would respond to every single comment. Let's have a discussion. I have also made a detailed video about recent form of Jude Bellingham. You can watch that here. Like this video, subscribe to Football Ledger, and see you on the next one. Ciao.